So you're gonna move to Pennsylvania and buy a home, right? Well, maybe slow down first. Before you even think about buying a home in Pennsylvania, make sure you watch this entire video through. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cory, and I help people all throughout the country move to Pennsylvania. So if you're thinking about making a move, please don't hesitate to reach out. Let's get started. The first thing that you need to know before buying a home in Pennsylvania are the different types of styles of homes. Pennsylvania has just about every style of home, but the two most popular ones that you'll see are colonials and Victorians. A whole bunch of colonials. What makes a Victorian style home? Victorians have very pointy roofs, very long wraparound porches. The colors of the home are typically very eccentric, along with the moldings around the home as well. So Victorians are pretty much just gingerbread houses. The next thing that you need to know about buying a home in Pennsylvania is the different types of siding and the style of roofs that we have here in PA. There are tons of different options for siding a home, from brick, stucco, hardy board plank, stone, and there's probably some more that I'm missing, but some of the different siding options don't make sense on a home in Pennsylvania. For example, stucco siding does not make sense in Pennsylvania. Stucco siding is meant for places like here and not here. So why no stucco? Stucco is a very absorbent material, and Pennsylvania just gets way too much snow and way too much rain to have a siding that absorbs moisture. And when there's a lot of moisture for stucco to absorb, it gets stuck in between the house and the siding, which can cause mold, foundation issues, and overall it can just be very expensive to fix. So if you just happen to fall in love with a home that's stucco in Pennsylvania, please make sure that your real estate agent asks if the homeowners have already done a stucco inspection, and if not, I highly recommend you to get a stucco inspection. Most homeowners insurance companies don't cover it, or they at least try really hard not to cover stucco repairs. So when it comes to roofing in Pennsylvania, you've heard of shingles, metal roof, and clay roof, but you probably haven't heard of a slate roof. That's because there's only about 3 or 4 states in the whole country that still use slate. And you're right, Pennsylvania is one of them. A slate roof is essentially large pieces of slate just hammered onto your roof. You're probably thinking, why would anybody ever do that? Like, nobody really builds a house and asks for a slate roof, but you'll see slate roofs on a lot of old houses. And that's because slate roofing has an average lifespan of about 100 to 150 years. The downside of having a slate roof is there's a lot more maintenance over the years, because every time one of the slate pieces gets cracked or shifts a little bit, that obviously needs to be repaired so water doesn't get in through the crack on the broken slate. So the next thing that you need to know before buying a home in Pennsylvania is about the schools. If a specific school district is very important to you and you want to stay within that school district, make sure to tell your real estate agent or to do some deeper research so you know exactly that specific school district services, because there are some towns that have 2 different school districts that service the one town just because that town is so big. Obviously not always, but keep in mind that the more highly rated a school district is, typically the more expensive a real estate is in that area. The next thing that you need to know about buying a home in Pennsylvania are the basements. Pennsylvania buyers want basements. I know a good majority of the states out there don't have basements, but on most of the East Coast and Pennsylvania specifically, buyers want basements because it gets really cold in the winter and sitting outside or having the kids play outside isn't an option. So having that additional square footage is very important. The people that I've helped move from states like California, Arizona, and Texas are shocked to see how many homes in Pennsylvania actually have basements. Basements in Pennsylvania are pretty expected. Having a basement is great for resale value, and it opens up the entire buyer pool because a lot more people are looking for homes with basements than without them. If you live in an area that doesn't have a basement, you're probably thinking, what am I supposed to do with a dark concrete box underneath my house? Wow, that's a really weird way to explain it, but essentially that's what it is. But I've seen people get very creative how they utilize their basements. I've seen people put in movie theaters, home gyms, kids playrooms, home offices, full entire bars, and just about anything you can really think of. Make sure to tell your real estate agent that you really would prefer a basement compared to a home that doesn't have a basement. Or if you're moving to Pennsylvania and I'm your real estate agent, I will make sure we find you a home with a basement, if that's what you want. Another thing that you need to know has to do with a garage. Garages in PA are very highly desired. Almost all of my buyers say one of 2 things. We need a garage and we won't even look at a house that doesn't have a garage, or a garage isn't a huge deal breaker, but if we can find a house that meets all of our wants and needs and it has a garage, that's a huge plus. AK, nobody is ever saying I want to look for a house that doesn't have a garage. So when you're looking for homes in PA, I highly recommend you buy a home, or at least look into buying a home that has a garage. Garages are great for the resale value someday down the road when you decide to sell the house. They're great to keep your car in during the winter, so you don't have to brush off the snow in the morning. You can just open up the garage, get in your car, roll right out, and simple as that, versus having to get out, put on your jacket, brush off the whole car, scrape the ice off the windows, and then get in your car, and by the time you do that, you're just completely frozen. The next thing about buying a home in PA are swimming pools. If you're moving from somewhere that's a lot warmer than Pennsylvania, you might not even think that having a home without a pool is even an option. That's not the case at all in Pennsylvania. Having a pool at your house in PA does not raise the value of your home at all. I completely understand how much fun a pool can be and how highly desired it is in other states, but in PA it's honestly more of a hassle than anything. And you can honestly really only use it about 3 to 4 months out of the year, maybe 5 months if your pool is heated. I've actually seen people fill in their pools so that they can have more open and green space in their backyard. So when looking for a home in Pennsylvania, make sure to keep that in mind, that for resale someday, not everyone is going to want a pool. If there's something that I might have missed in this video, if you have any questions about the stuff that we went over, or if you need help moving to Pennsylvania, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Please email me. I would be happy to help. And until then, I will see you on one of these 2 videos.